Ladies and gentlemen, this is Union Wrestling, and you're about to see an hour of the best grappling action from the UK. Welcome back, Grapple Fans, to another episode of Union Wrestling on Union Wrestling TV. Today we have Jerone Degens in the blue corner. To his friends is JD, and he is from the great town of Stafford. Opposite him, from coming out the red corner, from Settle in Yorkshire, is Earnest Boggs. Both of these lads are young technical wrestlers.
On again, JD!
And as you can see from Jerone Degens, JD, he's well versed in technical grappling. Ernest Boggs says he is the best thing that's ever come out of Yorkshire, and the best thing in Yorkshire. Proud Yorkshiremen seem to be very prominent in the wrestling world, and in this contest it is 2 falls to the finish, so 2 falls are required for the win, 2 pinfalls, 2 submissions, or 1 knockout to decide the winner. And a little cheap shot there by Ernest Boggs. Little sissy slap in the corner, and with a tie-up, Ernest has lost advantage to Jerome. Jerome on top, but the referee, Thomas Philpotts from Stourbridge, our 4-star referee, again refereeing our matches today, breaking the hold in the corner. And Jerome takes Ernest Boggs into a very tight headlock there. And a shoulder check. Another body check, and he takes Ernest down. But not enough for even barely a 1 count. Barely a 1 count there by Jerone Degens, JD. Splash in the corner. And again, we thank each and every one of you for returning here to Union Wrestling TV to watch the best wrestling action of the UK. All of these wrestlers from the UK applying their trade for your viewing entertainment here on Union Wrestling TV. So make sure to give us a like on the video and a subscribe for further future wrestling episodes that will be broadcast here on YouTube every Saturday from 3 p.m. And a nice reversal by JD. And Ernest Boggs showing he can do better. Whatever JD can do, Ernest can do better. Not too sure about that. And as well, upcoming very soon in future episodes, we'll be talking to Slim Jim Brennan. And as you saw in last week's episode, Slim Jim Brennan, leg 2 winner against Conor Maxon for the Beat the Champion title. Slim Jim Brennan will be going against a wrestler known as Jimmy Jackson in next week or 2 for the 3rd leg of the Beat the Champion tournament. Oh, and a 3 count by Jerome. Surprise 3 count. And Ernest Boggs, his shoulders are down for 3.
The first pinfall goes to Jerome Deckens.
And we'll be back in a minute. 1-0 Jerome.
Seconds in.
Come on guys, like, share and subscribe.
Commence round 2.
And welcome back to round 2, Grapple Fans. The score is out in the blue corner. Jerone Degens 1, Ernest Boggs 0. A quick pin count by Jerome in the first round sees him draw first blood. But Ernest is coming out in the second round on the offensive. However, wasting time, and it could be a quick roll-up again by JD. 1-2. Ernest wasting time, talking to crowd members, rather than getting in hand with the job of wrestling. And a little bit of a disrespectful, yeah. Ernest Boggs taking the mick. A fine, proud Yorkshireman, and I'm sure everybody in Yorkshire would disagree of the proudness they have with Ernest Boggs, but that's remains to be seen. As I was saying before the break, Slim Jim Brennan is in the third leg of the Beat the Champion tournament. He is attempting to go all the way for the prize of £2,000 in the tournament. His next opponent is Jimmy Jackson. The event will not be a taped event. We'll bring you the news of how Slim Jim gets on, and we will let you know if the next Beat the Champion will be Slim Jim Brennan or Jimmy Jackson. And Ernest Boggs. Oh, a mule kick there. Come on, referee. Trying to be sneaky there. Ernest putting his body in the way of the view of Thomas Philpotts, the referee, and giving him a nasty little mule kick.
2 minutes gone around 2. 2 minutes to go.
But he doesn't put JD down. JD straight back up. Waist lock around Ernest Boggs. And trying to go for the takedown here, but Ernest Boggs has got a hold of the arm and is showing he is a strong wrestler himself. Oh! Possible dislocating JD's fingers there. And again, all the moves that Ernest is doing is just very disrespectful, sneaky, underhanded. And again, he goes back to the crowd. If he's not careful, JD's going to roll him up again, and it looks like it is the case, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Ernest gets out. And that's a closed fist there.
Come on, referee, get him out the corner.
Closed fist there. Referee should be issuing a public warning there for the closed fist. No thumping in this game. It's not boxing, it's wrestling. For the use of the closed fist in thumping an opponent, a public warning will be issued. And a 2-count JD fighting out there. And Ernest, not the most scientific of wrestlers, certainly, but I think he believes this is going to get the job done. Starting to focus his attention on JD's back. Several kicks. 1, and that could be 3, but he's Ernest holding on to the ropes there, breaking the count of the referee, Thomas Philpotts. Now Thomas Philpotts administering a 10 count. If Ernest doesn't get up for the 10 count, it is over. It's a knockout, but he's up at 5. And that's the end of the round.
End of round 2.
We'll see you after the break.
Seconds in.
If you want to be a part of the crowd at our next YouTube TV taping, then come watch the superstars of Union Wrestling live and in person on Saturday, May 31st at the John Ambrose Theatre in Ruthin, North Wales. Tickets are free. Just go online to claim them today at www.unionwrestling.co.uk and you can meet your favourite wrestlers of Union Wrestling. And we're back from the break. It's round 3 between Jerone Degens, JD, and Ernest Boggs. Round 3. Jerome's still in the lead, 1-0 after that quick pinfall in round 1. But round 2 was certainly Ernest getting his comeback. And as you saw in the break there, if you want to be in the crowd here at the John Ambrose Theatre in Ruthin, North Wales, then go online right now to claim your free tickets and be a part of the crowd. There are 2 sessions on the 31st of May, Saturday 31st of May 2025. That's in about 6 weeks' time as of this recording. You can go online, www.unionwrestling.co.uk, claim your free tickets and enjoy a great weekend in North Wales and a day of fantastic wrestling. That's coming up Saturday, May 31st. And back to the action here. Ernest Boggs spending again too much time talking to the crowd. He seems to think that his challenger are the people at ringside, but occasionally focusing attention on JD. JD really needs to start fighting his corner and coming out to out-wrestle Ernest if he's going to get anywhere. He only needs the one more fall to win the contest. And JD going for a monkey flip, and over he goes. Ernest landing on his backside there and flipping straight over. The momentum carrying him into the opposite corner. JD, come on. Going for another monkey flip. But Ernest seems to have caught JD and down for a slam. That has killed all the momentum off from JD. Ernest grabbing hold of the ankles of JD. And he's looking like he's going for a Boston Crab. He just needs to turn him over. Deadly move as the Boston Crab puts so much pressure on the lower back, bending the spine the wrong way. And that's it. JD taps. That is a submission, and the score is 1-1.
Of round 3.
Ernest Boggs.
The second fall by submission goes to Ernest Boggs.
Ernest Boggs, knowing what he's doing there, applying pressure on the lower back. We'll be back in a second. If you would like to raise money for your school, club or civic group, and you'd like to see the excitement of Union Wrestling live in your hometown, then this message is for you. School PTAs, sports societies and teams, PE departments, civic groups or any groups wishing to raise money, then bring the stars of Union Wrestling to your town for a night of top-class wrestling action and receive a percentage of the gate. Email us with your inquiry at info@unionwrestling.co.uk for more information. Union Wrestling and your group, an unbeatable tag team. And welcome back to round 4 of this contest between JD Jerome Deckens and Earnest Boggs. Round 4, 3 complete rounds to go. This is a 6-round contest, and Jerome falling off the shoulders of Ernest there, not quite completing the intended move, but still straight back on top is JD on Ernest. He's looking to get that last pinfall to get the win, but after a Boston Crab, the Crab in the 3rd round of Ernest Boggs against JD, the score is now 1 apiece then. Ernest seems to have slowed up a bit. Oh, that's a horrific kick to the chin there. And it looks like JD is bleeding from the mouth.
What was that? Yorkshire pudding? Yorkshire pudding!
Oh dear.
Yorkshire pudding!
Looks like the audience, ow, straight on the ankles, in frustration from Ernest Boggs. It looks like he has been talking to the audience far too much, and they are now letting him know what they think. And Jerome, come on! Jumping on the cocky Ernest Boggs there. Double axe handle to the gut. And a clothesline sends JD to the canvas. And Ernest Boggs taking his time, and every time he takes his time, JD has just enough to get his breath back and get back up. We're in round 4 now. 2.5 rounds to go. And we need to see a little bit more from JD here in order for him to get the win. And a roll there. And a slam. And Ernest going back. Looks like he's going for the crab again. JD trying to fight against it. But Ernest putting the crab on. And he's got the crab on. This could be it. And all the pressure on the lower back. All the pressure's bending the spine of JD. He let go on the last one. He gave up on the last one. Will he fight for this one? Will JD fight? Will he make it to the ropes? Come on, JD. He's so far from the ropes. And he's tapping. And a second submission by Ernest Boggs against JD. Both with the crab. And that's it. 2-1 to Ernest Boggs. Ernest is the winner. That's us done for this week. We'll see you next week, Grapple Fans, on YouTube, Saturday, 3 p.m. We thank you for coming. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.